everybody. Welcome back to the Hidden Dagger Inn. I hope everyone's having a fabulous Wednesday night. I am here with my, co-host. I was going to say something nice about him, but I really couldn't come up with anything off the tip of my tongue. Other than, Perry, your hair looks great tonight, and Kreirian, wow,
as
what
always.
a shirt. Hey, how you guys doing tonight? What's going on?
What a shirt. Doing good. Full, but doing well.
Yeah, sounds like you ate a lot, fucking pig. All right.
Yeah, God, yeah. Yeah, you should see how much I ate. Yeah.
How about you, Kree? What are you doing tonight? Were you busy dying in a dungeon or something like that before you got here?
So I was streaming Dungeonborn earlier, literally 5 minutes before I jumped in here.
Yeah. And I would just like to thank you for that outstanding raid that you gave me, that two viewers that we have at the bottom right of our screen, that you wiped out my raid of Jamie Chaos 40 raid. Boy, we're going to have to send a message right now and say, Jamie, you've been snubbed. You are no longer on the board. Kreirian wiped you out with a raid of 2.
It's prior to Thorbus taking like that 15-20 minute break. I had 12 viewers in my stream watching. I was gonna try and raid you with those 12. And
screenshotter, it didn't happen.
It's all Thorbus' fault, honestly. It's Thorbus' fault.
I'll have to go back and screenshot it for you. Let me go back to the bot, all right?
Any raid is a good raid. I appreciate it. How you doing, Wizard? What's going on tonight? So, let's just talk about, what's going on. I mean, we got the live stream coming up on the 31st, which I'm pretty excited about. I'm thinking we saw a lot of announcements on that last stream, and I'm thinking we can have some more here. What do you guys think about that?
Oh, I'm stoked. I'm not going to see I'm not going to be there for live because I just found out I have a dentist appointment on the 31st at like 3:00. So
I'll miss. Reschedule it.
I was thinking about it, but they have no scheduling. So
just reschedule it for earlier.
No, I already called. They said no. They're booked. I was like, fuck. Is
it just for a cleaning?
No, well, it's that and a checkup. Yeah, it's a cleaning plus other stuff. Yeah,
get back to
my teeth aren't the best. I don't have the best genetics when it comes to teeth.
My teeth aren't good either. I think a mule might have better teeth than me, but that's okay.
I have dwarf teeth.
The dwarf teeth. Yeah, I have a real small mouth, so my teeth are all crowded and shit like that. But, amazingly, both my kids, actually all 3 of my kids, except my daughter, her teeth are kind of like mine. But my 2 boys have really straight teeth. I don't know how the fuck it happened, but they're super lucky. But anyway, screw the teeth. Anyway, yeah, call cancel that.
But let's talk about racial teeth, or
racial teeth,
vet teeth,
or something like that.
Teeth are the healthiest.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Probably Imperian, right? Because they have the finest toothbrushes. I don't know. I don't know. Like,
finest toothbrushes. Well, shouldn't the dwarfs have some kind of handcrafted toothbrush that would be them all?
Cranks.
One toothbrush to rule them all.
Like a mixer, but it is just, so the first automatic toothbrush. Okay, God.
All right, this stream's going off to a great start.
You guys think dwarves can remember to actually brush their teeth after all the much they drink and everything?
Exactly. They just
they
probably have beer flavored toothpaste.
Yeah, probably do. Probably do. I just can't get over dwarfs and watching, 2 of them, just thinking about 2 of them making out, 2 beards kissing each other, just gives me the willies. But anyway.
A lot of beard.
Yeah, too much beard for me. But so I did see that Intrepid put up a hiring list, and I did see the community manager, project manager in there. Did you guys see that as well? Did you see that on Twitter? They posted that a few days ago. So they are actively now looking for that person. So I'm assuming that the content creator program won't be out until that position gets filled. So what do you guys think about that? Do you think that's an accurate statement?
Community manager, CM? That's great. And I think so, yeah. Sorry, Bree.
And then they have a community manager for Europe as well, for EU.
They said that they wanted to get the content creator program going and announced before A2 drops.
Drops, or is launched or drops?
Before A2 is launched, like the first day of A2, they wanted.
Which again leads me to believe that we're not looking until probably the middle of September. I don't think it's going to be the end of September because it doesn't make sense. One, if you had any inkling at all that you were going to do it at the end of September, you should have just saved us the fucking suspense and put it out at the end of September.
Nothing has made sense from the release dates ever. So, like, what do you expect from them now?
Well, right now I'm expecting them to do it, I'd say, middle of September. That way it gives them a little bit of leeway room in case something goes wrong and they need a little bit of time to fix it. That's kind of where I'm at with that. You don't want to set a date and then, oh, sorry, we're now in Q4. So that just, that stuff never goes over well, no matter how, if whoever's fault it is, it's just missing dates is bad, period. So it's bad for the game.
I think they're going to try and hype up the ever-living fuck out of this Bard stream.
Oh, so I agree.
And with all of the streamer interviews coming up with Steven, cough, cough, those are happening.
Which streamer? I must have missed that. Which streamer interviews are happening?
It hasn't been actually announced, but there has been reaching out on the part of Steven to go interview with some streamers at certain dates.
Oh, okay. Probably like the Asmins and stuff like that.
Along those lines, probably. But
I'm sorry.
There will be Steven interviews coming up sometime within the next month before A2 drops, and I have a feeling that they're going to hype up the Bard stream. We're going to get the A2 announcement on the 31st, which is a week from now. Mm-hmm. Then on either the Friday the 30th or Saturday the 31st, the end of the week, the end of August, we will be getting our last dev stream before A2, along with the content creator release.
Interesting. All right.
That's my theory.
I definitely think you're right that the content creator program will come out before it actually launches. I mean, that was supposed to happen that way. I mean, they need some time to get everybody prepped and ready and stuff like that. As far as content creators, talking to Steven, it sounds like you have some privileged information here that I have not been privy to yet.
He's got the inside source,
but he pays attention to the channel more than I do, I guess. But either way, I also I'd have to think if Steven's trying to get the word out, and this is not a shot at our content creator group at all, because they're all great. But if you really want to reach the masses, I mean, let's be honest. We're going to look for the Shrouds, the Tim the Tatmans, the Aspen Goals,
bigger
and stuff
names
like that.
Yeah.
So if he's really trying to get out there, reach the masses, everybody who watches Jamie and Gladys and Royer and all those great guys, hey, Laughables, how you doing? We and me and you and Kreirian, they all just recycle. They're just bored. They want to talk Ashes, and they come on in. So they're all just recycled users and viewers, which I love them all. But
it's a very small pond.
Yeah, it's a very small pond. Mm-hmm. So, we really need to reach out to those people who, I saw a streamer, her name, I'm not sure. I think she might have been like Chinese or Japanese. I'm not sure. Nice young girl. Her name was like Karen or something like that. And she was reacting to Rorier's video. But she had said that she hadn't kept up on Ashes because she doesn't really want to have it ruined for her, which makes sense. That's a lot of people's point of view. But just watching her chat, there's so many people that have no idea about this game, really have any clue. So that was just one small example about what. And I guarantee you, how many people you think have never even heard of Ashes? Tons. Probably millions that just have not even ever given it a second thought. I mean, hell, I didn't even know about ArcAge until like 2019. So
oh my God.
I'm not lying,
because you had your ass too far up your. Sorry, you had your head too far up your ass on DAOC.
Yeah, I was about to say we didn't know about Dark Age of
DAOC was back before. DAOC was back before WoW. So, and that brings me, and I've talked about that before. Here, when WoW was coming out, WoW looked pretty fun. And it was fun. I played that game for 3 years. But, and that was kind of like the beginning of the progression with MMOs, but yet it stopped. It was supposed to get, MMOs and computer games were supposed to get better.
They did for a while.
Not the same. They ended up, it turned into corporate monetization, and they fucked us at every corner.
Oh, MMOs as a whole?
Oh, yeah, MMOs as a whole. Corporates took over, and they just fucked us in the, they fuck you in the drive-through, and just like Leo gets in Lethal Weapon. How you doing, Laughables? I took the guy as a hidden dagger, and hey, look, guys.
Look, guys. Yeah.
I'm so split, y'all. How can I watch Loreforged and y'all? You can put, you know what? You can watch them both. You just mute Loreforged and then watch us. There you go.
Yeah, watch
Problem
us.
solved.
There you
but
go.
you're still giving a review.
You can watch them later.
Yeah, you watch them later.
Laughables. Loreforge puts their stuff on YouTube and Spotify and stuff for you to listen during your car drives.
Yeah.
We don't.
Yeah, my stuff's on YouTube. I don't know what you're talking about, homie.
Oh, he was trying. He was trying to. I think. Yeah, he was trying to trick Laughables, but you didn't pick up on that. But okay. No, they come in a lot. It's nice.
Yeah,
Cash comes in. Yeah, Sonny hasn't. I don't think Sonny's been in a while, but
I'll try to open up as many of those streams as I can to support all the creators, because they're all good guys. Even that Peranaught guy. And
I'm okay. I'm all right.
So is my guild too. Yeah.
What do you think? When do you think we're going to get the Black Allen? When do you think we're going to get the character creator? I'm kind of really excited to get my hands on this character creator.
Get at the end of the month, honestly. I think we're going to get it like on the 1st. Yeah. I think we're going to get soon.
No, say it ain't so.
We're going to give everything.
I think they'll announce.
Hang on, let me take my copium.
Okay. You got to turn on the gas first.
Okay. This Bard showcase has to be good because it is the A2 announcement. Yeah, I will not be surprised at all if we hear that the character creator, too many damn C's.
It is a lot. I've done the same thing.
Will show up in August.
Yeah,
I think that next week, on the 31st, we will hear the A2 date in September, and we will hear the character creator sometime mid-August.
I really think we're going to get it. So
because there's going to be so much hype around the character creator coming out. And so many people streaming just the character creator.
That just builds more, hype. Why wouldn't they do that? There's so many questions. Yes. I'm like, why they have so much potential? Why are they're saving it all for this? Just like Kree's saying, all for Alpha 2.
Yeah, there's always a build up.
All the big interviews,
And the interviews will come just a week or so after they'll probably announce some of the interviews, as a matter of fact. They'll come after their, into the month stream. Laughable says they might even have an exciting announcement that character creator comes out the next day. I don't know. Yeah. It's hard to say, Laughables. Who knows? I
wouldn't be surprised, but I wouldn't say it would be the next day. I would say it'd probably be sometime like mid-August.
Here's the question. Who does it come out to? Everybody? No. It come out to Alpha 1?
PI is already hands-on.
Yeah, PI
already has it.
But, are we talking everybody?
Only.
A2 people only?
No, because I think that they should release the character creator out for everybody, and use the character creator as a way for people to get alpha keys.
What do you mean, through contests or something?
Yeah, competitions.
Okay.
Well, they have mentioned that they're going to be doing contests.
Say something on that too.
Yeah. So I would say the character creator be out to everybody. So you're going to be seeing thousands of people streaming it, thousands to millions of people using it to try and figure out what this game is about.
All right, with the content creator thing or character creator thing, kind of did the same thing.
Too many C's.
I want when we all get it, I want all of us to do each other.
Oh God, no.
Yes, please. So Peon do Kree do me, and I do Peon. Yeah, whatever.
All I gotta do is just make tattoos that look like a Hawaiian T-shirt, and I'm golden.
Oh,
so
I mean, with dwarves, who knows? They might be there. Yeah, or Nakua, exactly. Yeah,
Maui. And I'm just gonna make my character look like Timothy Elephant to look like Peranaught, and then I'll be good to go.
Oh,
so. I got the actor with the long
Olephant. You got that northern accent.
You sure? It's Elephant. Olephant. What the fuck's an Olephant?
I think it's Olephant.
It's Elephant.
It's an only font.
It's an Olympic.
Oh God, you just it's
an Olympic
fucking Lord of the yeah, it's a Lord of the Rings.
The Midwest. Midwest does not have an accent. We do not have
You
accents.
definitely have an accent.
No,
You definitely have an accent.
Help me out, Chad. Do I have an accent? There's no fucking way I have an accent. I am as normal speaker as anybody in the world. Everyone else has got an accent. Everyone else is fucked up. I'm normal.
Peon.
Yes.
Everybody has an accent.
Yeah, that's. I mean, technically.
No, say it ain't so.
Even I have a southern drawl.
What you're saying is the normal,
a strong one. Wow.
Accent.
You're not as bad as he's not as bad as some other people on here from Chicago area.
How you doing?
Yeah. Hey, a couple of those, 3 of those, 6 of those.
Chicago, bang bang.
Probably 3 fingers.
Wow, it's funny. I never really thought of myself with that accent, but whatever. Hope you guys like it. You probably don't. You probably think it's ass, but whatever. So, what are we thinking about the Bard?
It's okay.
What are we thinking about the Bard? What are we looking to see? Okay. I'm really hoping that they break it down into real hard choices, like maybe speed or CC. One or the other, not both.
Okay. Bard, they have to nail this. There's no other option.
Yeah,
they have to nail it. Because Bard has not been done in a game in a long time. Like, I think the last one, like the Minstrel and stuff, was from Lotro.
Mm-hmm.
I think Final Fantasy has one, but it's not really a Bard. Anywho, I think that you're gonna see the Bard be a big buffer debuffer. Not really somebody that sees, but more like buff, debuff, give resources back, debuff, that type of stuff. I think it's gonna be a lot more like the augmentation evoker from World of Warcraft.
Makes sense.
If you've seen that.
Yeah. What do you think, Perry? And by the way, welcome, Gio. Welcome back, buddy.
My sound cut out. What from WoW?
It's called the augmentation evoker.
Oh, evoker. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Okay. So Bards, it says like in the wiki. I want some CC. I'm curious, but I think they all have some sort of CC, but it's not gonna be like a CC class like some people. But Bards choose to activate buffs that augment tanking, evasion, DPS, and healing abilities, all within their proximity. So it's all going to be like proximity buff within their playing, telegraph.
So does that mean you can't use a bow? Are you saying we can't, trigger these with a bow? That's what I want to know. Can you be a ranged Bard if you want?
Why can't you sing while also shooting a bow?
Well, you could storytell and sing.
What is it, like Dick Van Dyke? He's got all the instruments and he's dancing around like Mary Poppins and stuff. I mean, come on. But why not? Yeah, they said it's going to be Peon, I think you said last stream it's going to be melee. Melee based.
That's the way primary, it seemed to me. Yeah.
Melee primary, and then of course everyone can use both. So.
From doing that video on the Bard, that's kind of what I gathered. He said when you attacked with your sword, you would, make such a great attack that it would inspire the rest of your group and those nearby. So that's kind of the way I'm anticipating the Bard to be. Kreirian's right. They need to nail it, and I'm actually very intrigued by the Bard. It might be a class that I could see myself playing. I just want to see what they do with it. How we're gonna know right away if every group's gonna want one of these classes. Now, I've heard Kree in the past go that he believes that he's just gonna run with a 5-man group to get more experience and yada yada yada.
I never said that.
Yeah, you have. I believe that most people are going to. That's why I'm bringing it up. I believe that most people are going to be going with 8-man groups. Now, I've also other people have said the same thing as you, that they're also thinking about doing 5-man groups. I don't think that's a great idea. I mean, you can roll around with 5 if you want.
More XP though.
It is more XP.
And more loot. So I would rather run with a really good 5-man than just
right
a,
up until you run with that good 8-man and that rolls you and takes all your shit. Hey, Surgeon General, what's going on, my brother?
I say, hey, Pion, I think you might have got me confused with Peranaught. No, I plan on running an 8-man group all the time.
All right,
I have
then
my.
That's probably me. That's probably.
I've always said my staple 5 classes I want in the group, and then the other 3 slots are kind of filled.
Yeah, the other 3 are up for interpretation depending on what you're doing at the exact moment. By the way, real quick in chat, guys, I need your help. In Alpha 2, as you can see up on the screen, we have the spin wheel, right?
You got the wheel
now,
up.
I don't want you to spin at any points. If you want me to spin the wheel, I'll be happy to do it for free. I'm not, right now, I don't want you to use your points for the spin wheel yet. We'll mess around with it. I'm not actually going to do any of this shit right now, but I want you to be able to see some of it. I need more ideas to add to my spin wheel. So let me know. We're going to go ahead and just do a spin wheel real quick. Here goes, round and round we go. Where it stops, nobody knows what P I got to do. Panda head for 5 minutes. 1, do you like the idea of the spin wheel during Alpha 2 to keep you entertained, to fuck with Peon while I'm, trying to play, or test the game? What other options would you like to see me have to do in there? You guys can see the spin wheel. You have to see what I have to do. So I'm looking for any and all ideas, whether you catch the stream now or you catch the stream later. Send them to me in a message on YouTube, wherever. YouTube guys,
I love this
go
idea.
Ahead.
I absolutely love this idea because I'm a super troll, and like there was a girl that I used to play Shiv with, Chivalry, back in the day, and she started doing a Escape from Tarkov, and that game sounds really important, and stuff like that. And she had a grenade roll one.
Oh my God.
And she was very shaky and giddy and always paranoid. And I spent more money on that grenade roll. She'd just be like around a corner, and then all you hear is a tink tink, and she's like, she runs away and stuff like that. It's a great idea to have the chat involved. I want attack an NPC, or not an NPC. Attack a player next to you, or attack an elite mob, closest elite mob.
Those are good ones. Those are good. Should I go ahead and have another one? I have one where it takes off my weapon for 5 minutes, another one where it takes off my armor. Should I have one at this where I just have to take off everything and start yelling, I'm in the mood to run in a nude, and just run around for 5 minutes?
Or you just move. You have to move for 5 minutes at people.
Oh my God.
Do animal sounds.
More cowbell. Yeah. More cowbell. Moo. Oh my God. I
have to go to the nearest tavern fully naked, streaking.
Yeah. You have to go with the crocodile. That's a good one. That's a good one. Write that down.
That's a good point, though. We know that there's going to be sliders on the character creation. So are they going to have this censored or not censored?
It's PG-13. That's what I wanted this game like Conan, but no, it's not going that route.
You don't think it's... Well, then what's the point of the slider, then?
I mean, you might have
a boot slider. Yeah, exactly. But it's not going to be like open.
So we're not doing total. Okay, so I can't take off my loincloth and do the shimmy with my Renkai.
Probably not now, because as soon as that comes in, brothels come in, and we know Steven doesn't want brothels.
Well, I'm partial to brothels, so I'm okay for that. But
that gnome dance from WoW.
I know that is the best. That is the best. I used to love that fucking gnome, man.
It's so
that
good.
one and woo.
Yeah, that's it. Gnomes are legit.
They were
gotta give them that.
Awesome. I hope everyone's having a good Wednesday night, guys. We're just shooting the shit, guys. If you got a question, if you're new to the channel,
now is Moonguard Goldshire.
Come on in here, ask a question. Yeah. We might know it, we might not. Odds are we probably won't, but ask it anyway. So we're happy to have you guys ask questions in the channel.
How many people have killed gnomes in Goldshire for sure?
I
just chain lightning on top from the blacksmith in the Goldshire Tavern outside. People would just flag randomly, dead.
It looks like we have another ad break in progress. Man, Twitch really hits us with these ads, don't they? They
got to make their money because they're greedy fucks.
Man, they just keep on coming. Ad break.
Perry,
you talk for 5 minutes. Ad. 5 minutes.
Bezos.
My goodness, it's horrible. But anyway, so what else we got? What else we think that we're going to see from the live stream? Anything else?
I think we're going to see more live gameplay. Like in the fighter stream, how they showed like that entire area with the node leveling up. I think we're gonna see another area where we're gonna be seeing live gameplay.
Sand Squall, if anything, right?
I mean, no, I think we're
no, I think it's still Riverlands.
No, okay.
Still Riverlands. Desert biome.
With Bard, the whole thing is that you make the other classes do what they're doing, but better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If you're a true tank, you're gonna tank
class.
more. If you're a fighter, you're gonna fight better, right?
Yeah,
you're not gonna be able to not see group combat with that type of playstyle.
Do you think travel speed is going to be a thing? Because I'm pretty sure it is.
I think they've already said that you get increased movement speed with the Bard.
Yeah, but how fast? How fast we talking?
I don't think it's going to be faster than a mount.
Yeah, exactly. It's not going to be that.
I think it'll be a percentage. I think it'll be like 10% faster or something like that as a group. Possibly where you can skill up and make it greater.
If it's on the mount too, that would just be the most obscene thing ever. Just I'd pay mounts 24/7 or bards to be with me 24/7 to be playing like
back in Dark Age Camelot, they didn't have mounts, so we just had your run speed. So everybody, if you were trying to get around and do open world PvP, everybody wanted a bard in their group or a minstrel because that's how you're going to get around quick and be able to come around a backdoor groups. And the speed in that game, they were pretty fast. It was a big boost between having a bard and not having a bard.
I think you're going to end up seeing a bard and a rogue in almost every group composition.
A rogue, even if you're out in open world PvP.
I remember rogues are supposed to be more utility rather than assassinating, backstabby. I think that utility is going to be a lot more useful than what people are making it out to be.
You know what? I don't like hearing that. I want to hear, yes, that they have that you can go utility, but I also want to have the option to be backstabby, because that's what a rogue is to me.
I don't think they're not taking that away, but I'm saying that they're rogue's supposed to have the most
if
utility.
If a rogue is not backstabby worth of shit, then no one's going to want to play it. So
yeah, no, I mean, there's going to be more to it. He's saying more utility, as in
which is dungeons. That's dungeons.
Not even dungeons.
How it can support groups.
I think there's going to be ways for rogue to support groups.
Are you going to pass out poisons? Here's a poison for you. Here's a
poison
for you.
Who knows? Maybe. It's actually not a bad idea. Now that I think about it.
I don't know. I don't even.
Look,
slow poison.
The only profession that will actually be huge for PvP type stuff is alchemy for potions, or what seems to be arcane engineering. But even with arcane engineering and stuff, are we going to get like those explosives or anything like that?
Yeah,
or is that going to be inherent,
things like that?
Or is that going to be inherent?
Do we want to see that? Do we want to see that kind of stuff like there was in WoW? With nets and shit. I don't know.
With the helmet, the rocket helmets and stuff. I mean, that shit was like...
I don't know if I want to see that kind of garbage.
Arcane engineering is a thing in the game. We don't know what it does yet.
Right, but if it's a game, what we're saying is... what I'm saying is I don't want it like WoW's engineering because I thought that shit was stupid. So, I'm just saying. Just throwing it out there.
I mean, goblins, they made... I like the aesthetic.
If you're going to give me that shit, then give me gunpowder, okay?
I think it would be stupid to not have the rogues have the ability to have like those AoE crowd control CC effects and stuff. You can have those smoke bombs. You can essentially have like a magical tear gas or something like that.
Yeah, smoke bombs are cool to help conceal your group and stuff like that.
And slow.
Yeah, but fighters are going to have slow too. That's nothing. Even mages to an extent will have slow when they freeze somebody with their ice spells. So that's really nothing out of the ordinary. I think their utility is going to be a lot of their utility is going to be. We'll find out when they will eventually release them. But I think a lot of their utility is going to be more on the PvE side because people are going to they're not going to want them left out. They're going to want them to feel part of the group. Now, I don't know why they give mages the ability to see hidden doors because, they can detect hidden players, and I don't have a problem with that. But to see hidden doors, because now you're taking something away from the rogue, right? So I don't like that. So rogue should be able to detect traps should be able to detect hidden doors, extra loot rooms maybe buried or something like that. They should have some kind of treasure jar or something like that goes off. I don't know, but
something specifically rogue.
Yeah, something specifically rogue.
Lock picking, things.
I think you're going to see a more like tabletop oriented rogue rather than like a World of Warcraft rogue.
Explain to me what a tabletop rogue is, because I haven't played D&D in years.
I would say like D&D, Pathfinder, or something like that, right? They have so many tools that they can use. It's not just, oh, I'm going to sneak. I'm going to backstab this dude. I do increased damage because I'm sneaking. Right? Mm-hmm. It's not just that. They have your lockpicking. They have your trap detecting. They have, you have your scout potential period within stealth, which rogues are going to be used for PvP anyways. And there's so many different, at least D&D wise, there's hundreds of different subclasses of rogues that do everything.
If you're a rogue, what kind of armor are you going to wear?
Leather.
That's what I'm thinking.
Medium. Yeah.
How much, they really haven't let on too much about armor yet, have they? We don't know too much about armor.
So any class can wear any type of armor, like medium and heavy.
We know that, but
according to Chibi and Phantom, having more light armor will give you more of your resources, so more of your mana and everything.
Makes sense.
While having the heavier stuff had you have less. Phantom was having a mana issue while playing his frontliner cleric.
Good. So they did change, or they did implement that, and that was similar to Arcage. And I wouldn't be surprised. Now, they haven't announced this, but I would not be surprised if you were to go balls to the wall and say you went all leather, right? You have all leather pieces, that there is a set bonus. So it helps, guard against people who are mixing and matching or stuff like that. A set bonus, and there's also usually some kind of a negative. And you just said the negative with plate was that, yes, you have more protection from physical, but now your mana regen is probably what it was that was suffering. So I'm glad that there's some kind of penalty, because I don't want to see everybody in the mother wearing plate. You think they did mention a set bonus? Thank you, Surgeon General. I could totally see that happening. There's not a poll going on.
For a set bonus.
No, yeah, I absolutely want a set bonus. Yeah. No, I think
armor sets. That's why I play the game, is for the epic loots, the epic weapons, the epic loots. I want to look cool, and I want.
Well, you're going to look cool regardless, Perry. You're Peranaught, so you always look cool.
I'm going to be in my
Kreirian, on the other
outfit.
hand, has got to come up with a new Hawaiian shirt every night to look cool. But by the way, am I going to get that autographed?
What?
I was autographed Hawaiian shirt or what, man?
I haven't made it yet.
Well, how hard? Sign me a sheet.
Wait, you want this one? This one to send to you?
Don't even watch it.
Yeah, I want it all sweaty and janky to sign that shit for me. Send it on over, but you pay for the shipping. There we go. Surgeon General, you want to read that, Perry?
Yeah,
players gain bonuses depending on the number of tier pieces that they have equipped.
See, that's tier set pieces. That's not light, medium, heavy armor proficiencies. That's different. That's saying if I have a 5-piece set from Carfin, like the Carfin Tower dungeon or whatever, right? Mm-hmm. That is your dungeon set. That is your dungeon tier pieces. If you have 5 pieces of Carfin, you get these certain abilities and stuff for effects. That's not saying that wearing all light will give you a proficiency. However,
he's saying a bonus to it. I mean, that would be interesting to have a light or medium or heavy proficiency.
However, there is, straight from the wiki, an overarching set effect is granted to wearers of exclusively one type of armor.
Right.
That's what we're talking about.
That's what you're looking for.
Yeah. That's what I want.
Tier and the set is 2 different things.
Yeah, that's definitely what I want. I'm hoping that they put something out like that. And do you think have they mentioned, we saw in that fighter melee combat stream that they had way back when, we saw that there was the fighter and he was holding 2 daggers. Is that
Yeah,
the
I don't know if you're
only-
noticing, but you're having an issue, bud.
with what?
I'm having an issue. Yeah.
No,
I do see things moving slower. My connection says it's fine, so I don't know what.
Mine's going
Streamlabs
around.
is your robot, but me on my side, me and Peranaught are fine. On stream, you're buffering and lagging. And Surgeon says it's also having an issue.
Oh, so it's not me. I was freaking out. I was deleting like everything just to make sure that I was like could hear what you guys were saying. So it's all
Me and you are good. It's something I'm
okay.
I don't know what to tell you. My bitrate says it's normal, so I'm not really sure why it would be lagging.
Typical Twitch stuff, probably.
Yeah,
they always do stuff.
It's freezing for you, Surgeon. All right, I apologize for that. I'm not sure why it's acting up tonight. I was having a little bit of problems with my capture card earlier. I think my, I just bought this brand new capture card that Jamie.
Are you using that laptop now?
No, I'm not using a laptop. I have 2 PCs, 2 desktops.
Oh, okay.
But my laptop or my capture card would just kind of stop and the sound would stop on it. So I'm not sure if that thing's frying already or what. I might have to figure out another alternative for sound, but that's not good. If it's, I could restart the stream, but I don't know if that's probably a great idea. So we'll just try to tough it out for right now and see if it gets any better. But,
it looks like it's doing okay. It looks like it recovered on my end.
Is it starting to recover a little bit? Okay.
It looks like it, yeah.
What if the Surgeon General says, what if the dungeon set for the first dungeon will give an advantage for the next dungeon? Maybe element based. Interesting. That brings up another good point. And they said that it sounds like the dungeons and stuff like that are going to be, it's really going to make you change your group. So you're not going to be able to roll with the same group because maybe one dungeon you're going to need more people healing. And another dungeon, you're going to need more DPS to get through it, stuff like that. So it'll be very, very interesting to see how they do that. Let me go ahead and take this off.
I like the idea, but it's a little bit too linear. Since in a sandbox game, they wouldn't do anything too linear, but it's still a good idea. Have something that kind of guides you in that direction.
The problem with doing something like that is also with how Ashes is laid out. You'll level up your node and it may unlock a dungeon in that node that you're in. But then your next dungeon that opens up might be in somebody else's node at the same level. Like you don't... Yeah, you may not have like a dungeon tier like that. Everything may be at like this base level, and then your raids will be just a little higher up from that. And the difficulties might be similar. And then when you have multiple metropolises set up, a third raid might open up, and that one might be even harder than that.
We touched on it a little bit, and this is kind of changing gears a little bit. We touched on it a little bit last week in the stream, Kreirian, that you missed. But we all know that you have augments currently at level 25. And right now, what is there, like 120? How many class combinations? 64 class combinations right now. But you look at games like ArcAge, right? Where ArcAge had, they started with 120 class combinations. And now they have 200, way more than 200 class combinations. So the question would be for you, one, do you see them eventually adding in more classes, more archetypes, and probably races as well? And could you see, this is all down the line, not before launch, could you see there being eventually some kind of a multi-class spec? Let's say at level 50, when you hit level 50, you've now opened another augment line. Could you see something like that? And would you like to see something like that?
I could see them adding like another island or something like that to where you could have another metropolis on the map, which would open up the new dungeons and new raids and stuff. With a new class, that's a lot of work. Because not only do you have to make an augment for all of the existing classes for the new class, you also have to make that class and all the other augments to the other ones.
Right, but this is stuff down the road. I mean, they're going to need shit to do because that's why they're getting a subscription fee. So yeah, it's a lot of work. But way
even
down
with
the
not
road.
A class, just a third archetype. So you could go like rogue, cleric, with even
or
that.
double down even more. Tank.
Yeah, tank or something. That's just, I don't know. In my idea, like I really don't, because I didn't play Arcade. I really can't imagine it. It's a little bit too much for me, but I don't know.
I mean, I don't know. That's something that we'll just have to wait and see after we play the game, because I can't really give you a straight answer without having my hands on it yet.
It will evolve. The game will evolve just like WoW did and all the other MMOs. So yeah, definitely curious on which way it's going to go.
The other side of that is also, we know that Steven doesn't want to have a DLC where you have to pay for it. They want it, if you're paying for the subscription, you will have access to the entire game, no matter what adds on. The other side
losing
of that
a lot of money.
So he doesn't want to make it to where this new area makes everything else obsolete.
No, that makes sense.
So
that makes sense.
If you add this new island, which allows your server to have another metropolis or anything like that, right? So you go from 6 to 7. That's a huge impact on the server, for one, because there's a whole other reigning champion that's going to be on the server. But you're going to have these new dungeons and these new raids with their new gear and their new tier sets and stuff that people are going to try and go after to see if it's better than what's any other place. And if it is better than what's on the mainland and stuff, then it's going to be a massive fight for whoever owns that island.
We have somebody who's questioning whether the game will launch. First of all, and after we answer this, Career, if you want to answer Surgeon or read Surgeon General's comment and answer that. But Stunna asked, will the game launch this century? Yes, Stunna, I believe it will. I'm going to guess that you're in the group of the non-believers, but welcome to the channel anyway. We're glad to have you. And yes, you will get a chance to see what the launch date for Alpha 2 is at the end of this month at the live stream, July 31st stream. And you can even have a chance to buy back into Alpha and test it out yourself. So it will release at some point. So, but welcome to the channel regardless. You want to go ahead and read Surgeon General's comment?
Yeah, so Surgeon said that he did mention how you'll need to decide on what gear to use depending on what you're doing. And I see that. I think we're going to see something similar to like Arcade, Classic WoW, or like RuneScape or something like that, where you have to have your gear specialized to what you're fighting. Like if you're going to an undead dungeon or an undead raid, you're going to need to have like necrotic resistance.
Holy shit, Surgeon wrote a book.
Or you go to the Frost Mountains, you're going to need some frost resistance, stuff like that.
Yeah, carrying different, what's it called, sets in the same dungeon, like Naxxramas and stuff like that, was a fucking pain in the ass. But I mean, once you got it, you got it.
I think there's going to be something like that. I think that alchemy is going to have your resistance flasks.
So you're going to be running those too. Yeah, those were always mandatory. So
first of all, Perry, I want to say to you, for putting Scamma Creation in my chat, I'm going to have to banish you with the Gandalf.
Good.
My soundboard's not working today either. Oh, there it goes. Yeah, it is. I am on a delay right now. Anyway, would you like to read Surgeon General's book that he wrote us? And thank you for the book. I appreciate it. I do that too. I'm horrible with that as well.
The Surgeon just posted a quote from Steven. The TLDR of it is essentially that your armor sets that you're wearing will relate to how physical or magical damage is incoming to you. And it's going to be situational based off what type of foe you're facing and what armor is the best to fight against that foe. You get bonuses based off full sets or partial sets of armor types. So you could probably wear like 3 light and 3 medium and have a lower tier set for light and medium rather than being like 6 and 6, for example.
What do you think fighters are going to do?
Wow.
I mean, we know.
You wrote that right straight from the wiki.
Yeah, it was impressive. We know that tanks are going to go plate most likely. What do you think fighters are going to do most likely? You think fighters are going to do maybe a mix?
If going with like the 6 pieces of armor and stuff situation still, I think you'll see a fighter with 3 and 3. 3 medium, 3 heavy.
Yeah. They have so many dash abilities or so much movement abilities that they could just like do that. So I mean,
I have a feeling the armor
optimally.
sets are going to be like light will give you better resource management, medium will give you straight damage,
crit,
will give you straight defense.
Well, what did you think about New World?
A little bit
now,
more simple like that. Yeah.
Perry didn't play New World. I think Kree, you did. I don't quote me though. I think you might have, but they had an interesting concept with theirs where they, it was a stamina based thing. But if you wore light armor, you would be able to get like a roll. And you could do a dodge.
You're
roll.
talking about the weight based system. It's similar to like how Dark Souls and stuff uses the system.
But
as
if
well.
you were wearing plate, you just did a little bunny hop. So that was about the best you were going to get. So I
love
see
the fat
something
roll
like that
in Dark Souls.
Yeah,
fat rolls are great.
It's the same. The New World took the same system from Dark Souls. It's just the weight system based off what armor you're wearing. The heavier armor you have, the less of a roll you're going to get.
Would you guys like to see something like that?
Oh yeah, and to be where it's actually visually stunning.
Keep in mind that the dodge roll does not make you have iframes like it does in Dark Souls or did in New World. Rolling is just there for you to get out of things. It's not there for you to be immune.
Let's go ahead and address Stunna's concern here. He says, I heard about the game about 8 years ago, I think, not trying to be rude, but aren't you concerned what has been their excuse? I haven't followed the project, basically. No, Stunna, I'm not concerned. I am an Alpha 1 holder. I got the test Alpha 1, and while it was a bare bones test 3 years ago, they have made significant improvements in it, and we have to remember that Alpha 1 test was strictly just server. It was basically trying to get their server process down, and which they have done by coming up with their own version of their dynamic server meshing. You're going to get a chance now, and I understand. Now, first of all, I will say that most games, most MMOs, usually take from the 6 to 10 years to develop. They are not short processes. They do take a very long time, especially when you're talking about a project as ambitious as Ashes of Creation. The switch to Unreal 5 slowed them down a little bit. I don't think anybody here would debate that. And also, we have to throw in the fact that they did have to deal with the COVID pandemic in the middle of that as well. So they have had some setbacks, and some setbacks probably on their own part. But hey, Nomad Tam, how you doing, buddy? But that's normal. Setbacks are going to happen, especially when you have a new studio such as Intrepid and Steven new to doing this. So what were you going to say, Perry?
I mean, I was in that same boat, and yeah, you're exactly right. It's like until the fighter stream, I was like, there was a good, in my opinion, with all the games we saw that were complete scams, there was a good many of them that just 1, 2, 3. Oh, Lord Forge just raided us.
Hey, Lord Forge, how you doing, buddy?
Hey,
what's up? Welcome,
happy
guys.
Hoots.
Welcome, guys. Yeah, happy Hoots. Welcome, everybody. Glad you're coming on in. Thank you very much for. Here come the follows.
Oh, look at all the follows.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys.
Happy Hoots, guys. Hope you had a good stream.
Shit. Yeah, big shout out to Lore Forge, guys. Those guys are great. Sunny, by the way, great voiceover for Burns in the Copium Clinic, by the way. Very fun. I hope you, Cash, and Jibs are all doing very well. Thank you very much, guys. I really appreciate it. Welcome, everybody. We're talking about all kinds of things. Thank you for all the follows. Holy shit. Getting a lot of follows, guys. Thank you very much for that. I appreciate it. We are talking, you know what? As long as I got all these people. As long as I got all these people here, I'm going to go ahead and pull this up real quick again, because I want everybody's advice while we're here. So if you guys can tell me.
Oh, that's a good idea. Are you talking about the wheel?
Yeah, I want their advice on the wheel. Because I want to know what stupid shit Peon can do for you while you're watching me. Because I'm sure you're not going to be real excited and watch me gather all the time. So here we go. We're going to put up the wheel, and we're going to spin that wheel. Thank you very much.
Chug a mojito.
The wheel went on, and it didn't show up. There we go. There's the wheel.
Yeah, the wheel. So, yeah, come on.
Give me some ideas, guys. Hey, Kreirian, by the way, your 2 Raiders has been replaced now.
That's fine.
That's awesome. I appreciate that, guys.
Oh, wow. The tears.
Holy cow, Cash. Thank you very much for the 10 subs. You guys are like blowing my stream up, and it's like lagging the shit out of my stream right now. But that's okay. I
Even worse than it already was.
Yeah, it's we're having some issues tonight with some lagging. I do apologize for that. Holy God! Thank you very much for the gift subs. We're gonna wait to get all these follows out before we do up the spin wheel.
Question for you: do you drink? We said he drinks mojitos.
I drink mojitos, not tonight though. I gotta pick up
He's
my
a
wife.
mojito guy.
What's wrong
says
with
a lot
mojitos?
about the man.
What's
says a
wrong
lot
with
about the
mojitos?
man. There's nothing wrong with a good mojito, a fresh
wrong
mojito.
with it.
No,
Yes, you
I'm not going to say it, but yeah.
A
You
good
did
Scotch
release
for
the goblet
bourbon
of
is
me, my
better than
God.
any mojito.
Oh, guys,
Yeah.
thank you very much for the subs. I really appreciate it, guys. Thank you very much. You guys are
Damn, they're
great.
still going.
10 out of 15
The
chance he
barmaids,
misses
I
me.
love the barmaids.
You like that?
Oh god. Is
Dude,
there,
my
oh, it's
stream is
from
just lagging.
Charlie's Angels back in the day. Yeah, that's right.
Oh, man. All right, so here we go. I think we got all the follows and stuff out of the way. So what do you guys, I need some ideas. Oh, my God, more. more
It just
subs.
keeps going.
Jeez,
Jack
Cash.
and Coke.
Man, oh, man.
Polywags, that's my drink. That's my
Hey,
go-to.
Pallywags, how
Oh
you
my
doing,
God.
guys?
Love a good Jack and Coke.
Guys, make sure you guys, if you guys haven't followed
Basil
Lore
and Coke.
Forge, if you're watching this later on YouTube or watching it later on Twitch, please go follow Lore Forge. They are awesome. If you want to know anything about lore, you definitely want to go to them because I don't know shit about lore. So I am not one of those guys you want to talk to about lore. I'm not going to lie. See, those angels. So give me some ideas about the spin wheel. So let's go ahead and do a spin wheel here and let's see what we have. I'm not going to do this shit right now, but I'm just giving you an idea of what we got here. You guys can see the options up there.
Woodford's good. I'm a Basil Hayden guy.
Baby. So we got
There
like
you
25 push-ups. We got wear my panda head for 5 minutes, take off my weapon, attack some random noob. You know, we're thinking about a new one, maybe taking off everything and running around and saying, I'm in the mood to run into nude. What do you guys think? What kind of stupid shit would you like to see me do? Let me know.
Creed, he asked you the first time. Did you say anything for the wheel?
Not exactly for the wheel. No, I don't really have too much to add.
Kreirian,
kind of makes
makes
it full of him all by himself. He doesn't need a wheel, right?
Stunna says, hold on, guys. Stunna says, I see better indie games created by 3 kids in a basement. So, was he referring to Ashes? Is that what he's referring to? Or
no, so if you guys were talking about because of the rate and everything, so I typed what I was going to say. But I told him that to keep in mind that it took already established developers 5 to 7 years to develop MMOs like World of Warcraft, Star Wars: The Old Republic, BDO, and Intrepid is brand new. They don't have any of the tools, they don't have any of the systems, they don't have any of the experience of working together and stuff. It's going to naturally take longer for Intrepid to make something as big as it is.
They're getting more efficient too, and they're hiring.
That Ashes is going to be massive as fuck compared to any other MMO map out there,
except Star Citizen. But yeah, that's the only one. Hey Thogly, how you doing?
Hey Thogly. Hey,
oh
buddy.
Shit! I got to give a shout out to the dwarf man. All right, 1 second. You know what? I asked Stokely for a discount because he was hyping up his crafting, his dwarf crafting and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I asked him. I said, can I get a discount? And he seemed kind of undecided about that. But I asked him.
You're not a dwarf. You're not going to get a discount. That is the most obvious thing.
I'm peon.
It doesn't matter. You're not a dwarf.
Quiet you!
I don't care.
I should get a senior citizen discount.
Of Dunehold. I'm sorry, you're not going to get one.
I want a senior citizen discount, and that's all I'm saying.
If anybody's going to get a discount, it's going to be me, and I'm telling you
probably
right
true.
now, I'm not getting one.
Give me a discount, or you're getting. Give me a discount
you're
right
not
now,
going to
or
get
you're
past
getting
the
banned.
front gates. Not getting past the front gates.
Peon, you don't make it past the front gates, exactly.
Yeah, like. How strict they're thinking about making
I don't know.
Past the front gates.
Past the front gate. One guy made it past the front gates in 7 days to die against your dwarf fortress.
Oh wow! Shots fired! Shots fired about the 7 days to die server. Which this stream doesn't know about that.
Yeah,
there's
by the way,
guild versus guild thing going on.
If you come to the Hidden Daggering community server, you can come play 7 Days to Die tomorrow. It's officially releasing tomorrow. We're running a server, so if you guys want to, I don't know if Thogly's gang is going to show up again. We'd love to have them again. But yeah, if you want to bring your community or anybody else and come play 7 Days to Die and kill a peon while you're at it, come on and join us. I'll go ahead and put the Discord link below here.
Exactly.
Hell no discounts for orcs. Fuck.
Oh,
get out of here.
How are you going to do me like that? How are you going to do me like that? Did that thing really not fucking... I hate Athena's Playground. She is just so stupid. She's dumber than fucking rock.
Did you say Adidas?
No,
it's because you have links turned off for people that aren't
no,
mods.
they're
Athena
not
is
turned
not a
off.
mod.
It worked last time. And if for some reason it's not working, I'll put it in manually.
It was a little weird.
Yeah, she's stupid.
That's
no. Let's see, no limit.
Good night, Senna. Yeah.
Oh, take care, Senna. Have a good one. Thank you, everybody, again for the follows and the subs. I really appreciate it. You guys are awesome. Let me copy this link real quick. Put this in here so you guys can join 7 Days. We also run ARC servers, Rust servers. What else are we running? Conan server. Any of that stuff that you want to play. Go in there and come hang out, do whatever. Just talk to a peon, see how I'm doing. Let's go ahead. So, any ideas on this spin wheel, guys? Come on, I need some ideas. I got all these people in here.
I just gave you 3 of them.
Yeah, you don't count though. I want somebody smart. So
heard that before.
Uh-oh, what do we got here?
That's not a rogue player to tie in.
What's Totally saying? I'm just saying the only reason you guys got us is because we were bored of killing people. That just means you learn. No, I didn't learn anything. No, we were just toying with you there, Stokely. Although I will say, I'm going to let you know that I was very impressed about your showing. You guys had a really great showing, and I love the community that you got there with the dwarfs and Dunehold. And my overlord didn't exactly help represent me very well on that server, but I think this next time we might go solo. I don't think you can handle that, Stokely. You guys having to pair up against each other? I don't know if you could do that. What would you guys do if you had to be solo dwarfs? That'll be interesting. So help out a random person for 20 minutes on any quest that... Oh, I like that. Very good, Ezra.
That's actually the most positive one.
That's pretty positive. Although I hate fucking questings, I can't stand that. But I will.
I would flip that on its head. I would say make it to where that random person can't complete their quest for 20 minutes.
Yeah, like destroy the item or just like attack the quest giver that or whatever.
Like only clicking abilities for 5 minutes.
Oh God!
Jeez. Wow. Only melee. Only auto attacks.
I have a point redeem on my channel that makes me remove my glasses while I play.
Wow.
I am extremely blind, so I can't see anything that's happening on my monitor.
I have a cure for you, Kreirian, on why you're blind.
Mojitos.
No, mojitos is not the cure. If you'd stop wearing those fucking blinding ass Hawaiian shirts, you wouldn't have eye trouble.
No,
I'm just throwing that out there.
I thought you were winning one.
Can we go get the orange one?
Who's your daddy? Who's your daddy? Who's your daddy?
I don't think I've seen the orange one. Stop and RP for a minute. That's another good one.
I like that one. You guys are coming through. You guys are coming through for me. I like these. Yeah. We're gonna have to use some of these. Absolutely.
It has koi fish on it.
Absolutely.
Oh, so, yeah.
What were some of the topics we were talking about earlier? We can get some of the chats popping in and asking what they think on some of those topics. What topic do you think people are really interested in learning? You guys, everybody hyped up for the July 31st stream? We all excited for that one, guys? I am having some major lag issues tonight. Oh, man.
Yeah, it is all over the place.
Somebody else who's not following needs to follow. I got some bad juju here. A thing just said I hit 666 followers. That's not good. Either somebody unfollow or somebody follow me because that's fucked up. I can't deal with bad juju like that. So, are you seriously not following me, Perry?
Of course I'm following you. No.
Super hype.
For a second, I thought I was.
Oh man! Yeah, that's
super
messed
hyped.
Up. Super hyped. 666. That's horrible. Yeah, I'm very hyped. What are you guys thinking about the Bard? Are we thinking that in every 8-man group, there's going to be a Bard in that group? Are we on that same page where there's going to be a Bard in every group? You guys feel that way?
I feel that way for sure.
It sounds like that's going to be the way it is.
Always going to be wanted, but we'll see how all the classes are. Maybe like all classes will be perfect, and everyone will want everybody, kind of thing. So,
we will not see that type of class balance and group balance anywhere until like halfway through A2.
Oh yeah, I'm not worried about class balance and stuff like that.
Alpha 2.
Well,
Day 1 Alpha 2, perfect class balance. Everything's going to be wonderful. It's going to be a done game.
By the time we get like halfway through A2, that's when we'll start seeing them actually start like nerfing things and buffing things and fixing things and that type of stuff.
Will the cleric ever be balanced?
No. I really don't.
Because right now it's DPS support. DPS support, tank, healer. That's it. It's not the Holy Trinity anymore. We have healer. That's its own fucking
holy
thing.
Box.
Yeah.
It's the holy square.
It's its only thing. It's rock, paper, scissors, healer. Healer beats everything. Yeah. That's what it really is. How many people are going healer here? Put a 1 in chat if you're going healer because you want to be OP. That's just what I'm saying. Go ahead, put 1 in the chat. I want all the people right now to come out and say that they're going to be a healer. Just go ahead and say it. Tell me, Peon, I'm not any good at MMOs. I want to be OP. And Kreirian, go ahead and put your 1 in there because I know you're going to be a healer. Go ahead, put it in there.
The difference is I'm being a healer because I'm a healer main, not because cleric is OP.
Nonsense. Because healers are overpowered.
I have a gripe with cleric currently that there's not enough customization on it.
Healers are weak. High priest. I hope so. Well, look. Nicker says the healers are weak, and don't get me wrong. I don't want healers to be weak, right? I want healers to be good because we all need healers, right? I don't want them to be OP, okay? That's what I'm saying. I know that they've said there's not in 1-on-1 balance and not even really so much with 8-on-8 balance, but in large scales. But the problem I have here, then if it's not 1-on-1 balance, then a healer shouldn't be able to kill a DPS. Because that's what's going to happen. They're just going to out-heal the damage, and they're going to chuck in a damage spell every now and again, and they're going to kill a DPS. And that's nonsense.
We have this discussion every single fucking stream.
Because it's so good. Look, we've seen it in Alpha 1. We've seen it in Alpha 2.
And we're off to the races.
I'm going to end this fight with my one little paragraph that I'm about to say.
No.
Right?
Not happening.
We're gonna argue again next stream, and it's gonna be the same thing again. But here we go.
No, they're not. No, they have too much mana already.
Okay. Healers.
Hang on, let me ban this first-time viewer guy. 1 second.
Viewers.
Yeah, let me ban him.
Again, healers and Ash's classes are built and balanced for group play. If you're looking at a 1v1 scenario, the healer, yes, will out-heal the DPS. If you want to balance for a 1v1 scenario like that, you have to put a nerf for a healer self-heals.
Can you repeat that? I wasn't listening.
Less effective.
Can you repeat that? I was banning somebody. I wasn't listening. And I'm not sure if I'm going to listen to you anyway. So
I know you're not.
I'm moving along. And we'll see.
Sit back with my popcorn, totally.
Yeah, let me go ahead and play my Gandalf thing for that guy who's trying to go ahead and sell me viewers. Healer equals mayors. Yeah, again, I want healers to be good. I just don't want to see, 1-on-4 stuff like that. I think that's just a little bit. Yes, as long as there's counter healing, sure, healers might be better against other classes, and that makes sense.
And counter healing.
Yeah, but as long as you give me some 50% reduced healing, stuff like that, I'm okay with that.
I think you're going to be seeing rogues in PvP and group PvP because they're going to be a huge heal cleave.
I'm praying for it. I'm making a
I
rogue
hope.
to kill clerics.
I
That's
hope,
the only thing I'm doing.
Well, we don't know the rogue abilities yet. We're
love it.
assuming on that. I think they said we know for sure, right, that the fighter has some anti-heal, right?
I would say, yeah, currently the only anti-heal out of all the classes is only on the fighter. And I think it's only on like one ability.
I'm going to guess that they're going to have at least one more class that'll have anti-healing.
There is healing cleave on the weapon skill tree for the sword, I believe. I don't know about the other weapons, but we've seen the sword.
I could see a rogue poison, like a numbing poison for healing, something like that.
That's what I was saying. Yeah, like poison for increased cast
being able to poison weapons without having to be a rogue.
But not as good, hopefully, as rogue's potions. Maybe just a little bit less.
I think a ranger might be an anti-healer. I think a good ranger might be an anti-healer.
I mean, maybe the rock to the scissors or something. But
the fact that alchemists can make class or Holy Trinity or class-specific stuff, like only rogue poisons, and only fighter stuff, only cleric stuff. Like that's.
Surgeon General
I want that immersion.
Surgeon General just said that healing killed New World, and I 1000% agree. Because everybody and their mother played a healer, and it was just ridiculous.
Everybody ran like axe and healing staff or hammer and
their
healing
sustain
staff.
And when their spell was down, they just drank a pot in between. And speaking of that, real quick, while we're on that subject in New World, I want to tell you that. Put a shameless plug out for my YouTube. If you haven't checked it out, go check it out. But I'm coming out with a video here, and it's about sound. Tell me which game that you've played, and I have my own opinion, had the best sound that you've ever heard in recent memory in a game. I am of the impression that I think New World set the standard for sound. Does anyone else think that I'm on target with that? Do you guys
like you're talking about
like best viewers on Peranaught? You're trying to get me ban you? Oh my god! Yeah. Oh my god!
Are you just talking about like best like ambience type sound or like
ambience, the gathering, even the combat? I thought was really good. The sounds for just combat, it just the echoes from the thunder. They were all really
best
good.
Boss music. Final Fantasy did have some really good boss music. I'll give them that.
That's it. New World,
if you can get past the cinematics.
Like Nomad said, New World had the best stood for gathering. Final Fantasy probably has the best boss music. I would have to say I think World of Warcraft has the best zone music.
Yeah, zone would. Oh gosh, yeah. Ashen Vale, dude.
Dude, freaking Grizzly Hills.
Grizzly Hills is like
Grizzly
second,
Hills
and then Howling Fjord.
Out of any fucking MMO.
God.
Right up until Ashes comes out
like,
with Baron McCreary. Right up until Ashes comes out with Baron McCreary.
We'll see. I have high hopes for him. I really do.
Yeah. I think New World, and I agree with Surgeon General, and I think there's, well, I can't speak for Final Fantasy because I never played that one personally. And Warcraft had a certain place for, I think I'm just talking about overall sound in general. I just felt like the atmosphere in New World was really immersive. And Perry, you would know because you didn't play it, but it was... Guild Wars? I don't remember the sound. I played Guild Wars too, but I don't remember the sound.
A lot of freaking MMOs.
Thank you for the first time chat, by the way.
A lot.
Lydia's too general, very crunchy hit sounds, spell casting, all very amazing. Yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of games. I guess I'm talking about more recently in recent history. And New World would probably be the closest thing in that category. I mean, how many people have tried Throne and Liberty or
what MMO has the best ability combat sounds?
A best ability combat sound.
Because WoWs are terrible.
That's tough because New World only had a few abilities for pretty much.
BDO had really good.
Maybe.
I didn't play BDO
especially
that
the
much.
Witch. Yeah.
I don't have fun. I don't have fond memories of BDO. I don't know.
But either way, regardless of what game had the best sound, no matter where you're at with who you think had the best sound, is sound something that you want to see Ashes take to the next level. I am in the camp where, to me, having a good, well, of course, the rest of the game has to be good as well. But if you have good sound, and I'll just use again New World for an example, man, it's really going to draw a whole nother crowd in. It's going to make that game more immersive than it already is. Just hearing the sounds of the mining and the chopping as you're running on your way to your node, you can feel the energy and the people working on the nodes behind you. I think it's going to be great. I'm really hoping that the sound is awesome. And I think Steven will definitely has that in mind. Would you guys in chat, and you guys agree, Kreirian and Pear?
I really want Ashes to have like the gathering sounds from the world.
Gathering sounds are awesome.
And the ambiance for zones from WoW. Because let me tell you right now, if I get the sounds of New World and like the music from Grizzly Hills all put together in the one,
it's already a made game. Yeah,
I'll be lost.
It's such an enchanting experience when you have good sound, and I wonder if all the nodes, like we know, like Riverlands. Do you think every zone in Riverlands will have its own music?
All right, now
or is it going to be just by own thing?
We're not at 666 anymore. Thank you very much.
I don't know. I think they should make some of the zone music kind of universal and stuff for like the Riverlands stuff. But I mean. Because how different is each part of the Riverlands, really?
Exactly. I want like maybe it's by because like I think geography
Bendark and Senskal Desert are gonna have their own, and then Riverlands is gonna have its own, etc. etc.
I'm trying to say this name. Inu Toxa I'm sorry, dude. I fucked up your name hardcore. Welcome to the channel. I see you your first time.
Toxililiac.
Yeah, I'm just gonna call him Inu. Thank you for the first time check. I appreciate it. There is going to be incantations, and I don't know if they verified this. I'd like to see the races in the NPC races have their own dialect and stuff like that. I don't know if they've said that they're going to.
I want the races to have their own speech, just like in WoW. And then the goblins. Oh my gosh, that fighter thing about the goblins spinning around and sound wow.
Yeah,
it's just great. Here
you go. So but good. Do you want this? And anybody who played New World, you got the remember that the zombie or whatever it was early on. You remember that guy who would chase you?
Oh God, we're doing sound effects now.
You talking about Murlocs?
No, that was a Murloc from WoW, but the zombie had like the same sound. And I always tease my wife. I'd play that sound for her and I'd chase her down the hall.
Murlocs. You sound like a rampaging Murloc right now.
And that's what it sounded like. Really, it was kind of like a Murloc. It was like a zombie Murloc. But I loved that. I love that damn thing. Murlocs. Those were like what's the word I'm looking for? What's that? Yeah, it was like a zombie Murloc. Hey, Peranaught, what's up, man? But you guys, those who played New World know what I'm talking about. He had like red skin and he just make this funny sound while he was chasing you. I actually went back to look for him today while I loaded up New World while I was working on my video, and I could not find him anywhere. I don't know if they got removed or some other place, but I could not find him. So that was kind of a bummer. But what else are we looking for in the stream? Is there anything else? So we're looking. Okay, is this definitive? Who here would be really pissed if we didn't get an Alpha 2 release date at the end of this stream? Who's going to be really pissed?
God.
I'll put my hand up. I'm not going to lie. Yeah, I'm going to be pissed.
Look, they said that they're going to do it. They have to do it.
He said they might have enough on the roadmap to do it. He didn't 100% confirm
I thought he 100% said
no.
Okay.
No. Don't make me hit a chicken. Oh, don't do a chicken dance. You know what?
I mean,
I raised the points on that. Neener. Can't do no chicken dance on me. You probably don't have the points.
No. I mean, we can wait a month. You know,
like
go back and look at the stream, Nicker. I'm almost positive. I think Steven kind of promised it for him, but I don't think that those words "promise" came out of his mouth. I might be wrong, but
I hope so, Jim.
It sounded more like Steven was promising it than anybody. So maybe I'm wrong.
No,
races talking shit about other races is the best thing in the game.
Guys, we are getting the announcement.
I really think so too. Yeah,
I hope so. Yeah, I really hope
70-30% Vegas odds. Just yeah.
And Shipple says we will get a sorry on character creator. Yeah. See, Peranaught said no, it was not 100% because he's still waiting to see, the kind of the roadmap deal and stuff like that. So, and that makes sense. That I get that. That makes sense. But I don't know.
Margaret will whip him if he tries to say it. And she always keeps him in line for Impro.
What do we think about the character creator? We think they're going to maybe give a date for that
soon. Very soon.
Soon trademark? Is that what we're talking about here?
Yeah, soon. Blizzard soon means like 2 years, so 3 years, like back in the day. So,
as I said earlier, I think we're going to end up, we might get the character creator date and the A2 date on the Sparge stream, and we'll probably see character creator sometime in August. That is my...
It's fair. Very fair.
Peranaught might be right. We might get the month saying, okay, we're doing it in September. And then the last day of August, then they'll tell us the exact date in September. The problem is they need to give people time to be able to take off days for work, for vacation and stuff. Otherwise, people are going to riot.
Do they need to...
I don't think they care at all.
I don't think
I think
they
do, but I think they need to, but I don't think they're thinking about it
I don't think that, that brings me up to another topic. I don't think that they give a shit whether people can go ahead and take time off for their stuff. And I've also seen a lot of chatter about people saying, well, they don't want to release it when Throne of Liberty comes out, or they don't want to release it when I don't think they give a fuck. It's Alpha 2. It's going to last for a while. And maybe, just maybe, they kind of want to have people having some of those eyes somewhere else because it might not be real smooth at first. We all know that. So, yeah, and Peranaught says, yeah, dude, anyone taking off days of work in Alpha is silly. I absolutely agree. I mean, it's certainly 2 weeks, maybe a day or two, fine. And Nicker says the date of Alpha 2 is the last day of September. I don't know if it's going to be the last day of September, Nicker. I think that they're probably going to, if I had to guess, I mean, I've already guessed and I said July, and I was obviously wrong about that one, but you are getting a date probably. But, I think it's probably going to be mid-September, somewhere on there. I think that they would definitely want to leave themselves a little bit of wiggle room not going into Q4 because shit can happen, and that would be bad if something happened and they had to change that date. So that's my only concern with that. So,
Peon, if they gave you the community manager job, would you take it right now? 100%?
Yes, I would. Why?
You may not be able to stream very much because of that job, right?
That'd be fine. That'd be fine. As long as I'm part of the project. As long as I was part of the project, I wouldn't care. Why? Should I apply for the customer service?
We would take over the hidden dagger.
Okay. Yeah,
I would take over the hidden dagger.
You can have the hidden dagger.
Actually. I want all your overlays. I want everything. I get the bar
winches. You can't have my bar winches.
Yeah, exactly.
Why? Why do you say that, Perry? Why do you say should I be their community? Am I huffing the copium too much?
Why not? If you want it, if you accept it and do it, why don't you apply?
No,
I'm just asking. You would actually not be a bad one, but it's a lot of form reading.
Something like that.
A GM is way different from a CM. So
yeah. I don't think I'm qualified for like that.
In-game.
I am very good at customer service, but that's about all I'm good at. So, just saying. But I appreciate the comment. Surgeon General says, I agree that they shouldn't promote the release of A2 due to but yeah, exactly. Now, when they get to their first big update after A2, then I start thinking, now that things have stabilized a little bit, they know that their dynamic server meshing is working as intended. Now when they're getting ready to release something like, let's say the rogue archetype or something like that, when they know they're going to have a lot of eyes, I think that's that's the time you start to really hype it up. And it says, first post under the server mesh update, halfway down the paragraph, we plan on releasing the Alpha 2 date at the end of the plan. Right. I guess the word exactly. Yeah. The word plan,
nothing's set in stone anymore.
It's right up there with soon trademark. So
yeah.
So yeah, they definitely not carved in stone. But first of all, I gotta say, guys, I gotta pee and I'm hungry. So I'm going to go ahead and cut the stream up. But before I do that, I want to, again, give a shout out to Loreforge and thank them for the wonderful raid that they gave us and all you guys that came in with raid through the follows. We really appreciate it. Perry and Kreirian, thank you for bringing your good looks, Perry, and your Hawaiian shirt. But
you need a brighter shirt next time. Okay.
Everybody, have a great night.
One next time.
We're gonna go ahead and there's no one else. We're gonna raid the Golden Feather Tavern, and we're gonna raid little Vertec. He'll probably talk a little bit of Ashes. He's always raided me. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it, Nicker. You guys all have a wonderful night, and we will see you soon. Let's get on the forums and start talking about what we really think's going on with the stream. Let's talk about how good it was, and don't forget to watch my video when I put it out in a few days on YouTube.